Good evening, everyone at the Diva Village. I'm really sorry I can't be there. My name is Birungi Kawooya and I'm an artist. Thank you to Amale and Loveness for inviting me to talk about my artwork. As a Black woman, my work is centered around elevating our stories. I create the world I want to live in, a world where Black women are joyous and taking care of themselves and in the centre, and to represent our blackness, I use black, the colour black, for our skin because we need to love the darkest amongst us. I am here to talk about my artwork, the art collection Sisters Need Sleep. It's a growing body of work centering Black women resting, celebrating them for that, creating worlds where they're at peace and taking care of themselves, and that's all. They're not working, they're not dancing and entertaining, singing, they're not exerting effort, they're just simply at peace. So 2020 was very emotionally draining for many reasons for me, and for Black women specifically. Seeing so many Black bodies on the news and all over our social feeds was very distressing. Many women and trans women, non-binary folk die every day and they don't make it onto the news. And that's a different kind of pain and trauma. I found myself disconnecting from the news cycle and unknowingly disassociating from my body and mind to protect myself from the effects of witnessing so much violence. And it took a year like 2020 to make it clear to me that the cycle that I was in, the loop wasn't working. And then I found the NAP Ministry, which is a project by Trisha Hershey in the States. And at its core, it reminds me how much I need to take care of myself, to liberate myself. The world is designed to exhaust us and encourage apathy and self-destruction. Capitalism, white fragility, toxic masculinity. The success of these dominant forces is predicated on us being so exhausted and powerless that doom is inevitable. And the NAP Ministry reminds me to focus on myself, to build a better environment for me to really thrive. It's not enough to be able to do the 40, 50, 60 hours of work a week that a supposedly productive person does. When we work ourselves to the bone, we dehumanize ourselves. And the NAP Ministry shows me that time to rest, imagine, and dream are key to building a more equitable society and reclaiming our humanity. This is theory, and how it lived out in my life was me developing depression and severe anxiety again this year, me taking the minimum sick leave and convincing myself to come back to work when I wasn't ready, for my employer to let me finish a big project and then say that I wasn't good enough. And I just didn't imagine that I could not be in a full-time job. And it took working part-time in a community dance organisation to come back into my body and to experience joy and feelings before joy, feelings again, and to imagine a different radical life was possible and actually necessary for my health. So I've created the Sisters Need Sleep series. This body of work is to remind me to turn my intention inwards and to celebrate all Black women and non-binary people, to celebrate Black women at rest. With Sisters Need Sleep, I'm reminding myself that I can be honoured just for breathing. My artistic practice soothes me a lot, and making time for rest gives me the energy and inspiration I need to heal myself through art therapy. So as always, I'm creating a world I want to inhabit, Black women giving themselves the love and support they need to heal. The first piece in the collection is called Sisters Need Sleep, because I didn't realise that I would need to make more pieces in this theme. So for this image, I took inspiration from the poster, from the production poster of Three Sisters. I have lots of sisters, and I saw it with two of them. And in this image, I see that the sister in the middle, she has her eyes closed and she's leaning on two of her sisters, and they embrace her and they protect her. The way I've drawn them, their eyes, they're alert, and they look on guard, and they're not, are they taking it in turns? They look tired. They also need to rest, but they're going above and beyond to take care of their sister. And this is what I see in our community. I see that our mothers, our aunts, our sisters, our friends will go to the ends of the earth for other people, and often to the detriment of themselves. And we reward them for that, so it's quite hard for them to not centre themselves. So whilst we love these generous women, and of course we should, part of me wants us to believe that we are allowed to put ourselves first as well, and take our turn to rest, and to accept the support we readily give out to others. The next piece is Floral Crown, and in this piece I focus on one woman, and she is resting, and what's special about her is that her hair, her afro, is lots of flowers. She's just sleeping and resting in nature. It feels like a fantasy, but one I'd like to realise one day, actually, to have a halo of flowers and petals. Seems really peaceful. My latest complete piece, Slow Down Birungi, is a representation of me, and I can't really remember when I started it. I've had brain fog for most of this year, and when I was beginning to come to terms with my ill health, my ill mental health, it struck me that I needed to do less. I was putting too much pressure on myself to perform for an organisation that didn't really care about my body or my mind or my humanity, and I needed to take heed. So I am in this dream, which I need to realise. I'm lying on a chaise lounge, you know, that's the kind of thing that Louis XIV had, and one day maybe. I'm in some kind of dreamy sky, cloud, flower fever dream. I'm obsessed with flowers and nature, and this is a dream. But again, you know, why not? Why can't I be somewhere tropical where the flowers are huge and multicoloured? That's what I want. I just want to actually believe that I can take care of myself like that. This piece is on exhibition at Hastings Contemporary until mid-April. The last piece is not complete. I can't even show it to you because it's just a bunch of sketches. I know the title though. It's called All I Need to Do Is Breathe. When I'm unwell, when I'm particularly anxious, I notice my breathing is very shallow, and at night my mind would race, and I needed to just concentrate on breathing. It just became a mantra. Just breathe, just focus on breathing. All I need to do is breathe. That's all I need to do on this earth. So in my next piece, I'm going to draw a representation of myself lying down with my hand on my heart and on my chest, my belly, and breathing in and out, because that used to calm me down. It was a really helpful technique for me to consciously breathe and be present with myself, as opposed to identifying with those racing thoughts. The series is growing, and as long as I need it, it will grow.